Hey, this is Stephen Platinum, your friend in wrestling with Platinum versus AEW Dark Elevation. This is from August 2nd, 2021. It's episode 21 as well. Only a few matches. It was nice, so it moved pretty quickly. And one of the main stories is they kept switching up who the other commentator was. Everybody from Eddie Kingston to David Crockett! What? All right, let's just jump into it. That is crazy. If you are an old school wrestling fan, get it. The Crockett's like, are you kidding me? So Tony Schiavone, Paul White, aka Big Show, and Eddie Kingston welcome us to this week's Dark Elevation. Paul White's got a shirt that says Vaxxed, Waxed, Hot Boy Summer. What is going on? And we go to the first match of the night. First match of the night, very interesting. It's Red Velvet against Angelica Risk. It's a good match, and Red Velvet's going with that new finisher, the final slice they're calling it. It's a good match, good enough for sure. I thought Risk did a good job here. For matches that are foregone conclusion matches, or ones where the people are obviously we're going to have a winner and a loser, and it's not what I would call competitive, we grade on a 3-check scale. So if 1 check for Red Velvet winning in definitive fashion, a 2nd check mark for looking good in the process, and I think Risk did a good job with her, so we're going to give that a 3rd check mark. Next match, Marcus Cross, hey! Local guy in the Georgia area. Nice to see him here against Lee Johnson, a guy from Georgia, made good and signed. It's a good exhibition for Lee Johnson for sure. Not a very long match, and one where Lee Johnson is supposed to look dominant because he's going to take on Miro. So 3 check marks, good stuff. That vertical neck breakers is a good looking move. Post-match, Miro comes out and cuts a promo on him. So very cool. AEW Dark Elevation continuing that tradition of we're building up stuff for Dynamite, etc., etc., etc. We get a promo interview package with Chris Statlander, where she says she's going to be the leader someday when she wins the AEW Women's Championship. It's good that she's going on the mix here. David Crockett, oh my God, joins commentary. I marked out for that way harder than you would imagine. Ashley D'Ambrose against Chris Statlander. It's what you would expect, though D'Ambrose does get a little more offense in here, so she gets that 3rd check mark. But at the end of the day, Statlander's powerful and strong, and I'm glad she's showing it. She hits a German suplex, follows it up with the Big Bang Theory pile driver variation for the win, 3 check marks. Kingston is off of commentary as QT Marshall joins Schiavone, White, and David Crockett. My God, that's so crazy. The Factory, Aaron Solo and Nick Komoroto with versus Hunter Knott and Rosario Grillo. I like the look of Grillo, and they do a good job, but at the end of the day, of course, this is supposed to be an exhibition for the Factory. There's some kind of, some of the stuff doesn't come across really clean, but I did like Komoroto hitting that one-handed press slam. That looked nuts. And Solo wins with the double stomp. I'll go ahead and give it 3 check marks. And now we've got Schiavone, Paul White, and David Crockett on commentary. Yuka Sakazaki against Dani Jordyn. Dani Jordyn looks really good here, man. She's really hit her stride. I imagine they'll continue to bring Dani Jordyn in. She's probably going to win Enhancement Performer of the Week. Really good stuff. One of the longer matches that we have of the night. She went for the Magical Girl Splash, but Jordyn cut that off, though eventually she did get hit with the Airplane Spin Slam. 3 check marks, great job. And then finally, our de facto main event, Darby Allin with Sting against Bear Bronson with Bear Boulder. I am not going to call this a competitive match. That's one disappointing thing about Elevation. I don't think we really had a competitive match tonight between guys who were of roughly in the same ballpark status-wise. So that's a little disappointing, but I do like the shorter matches. It's a good match here. Darby showing he's able to work with much larger people very effectively. This is no exception. Hits a coffin drop off a springboard and then a top rope coffin drop for the win. No great shakes here. David Crockett was the real story for me. 3 check marks all night long. Short, sweet, but so was this AEW Dark Elevation.